6211 and Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. Here's your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. On the first segment this morning, we'll put the focus on a new company, The Matrix, Cayman's virtual reality center. And on the second segment, we're going to tickle your taste buds as we put the spotlight on a new restaurant in town, Union Grill and Bar. So I'm inviting you to stay with me and let's enjoy hearing about these two businesses right here in Grand Cayman. Saying good morning to our producer, Ms. Susan Watson, who's in the next studio. The Matrix, Cayman's virtual reality center. Good morning to our guests.
Good morning, Anita.
And it's the first voice is no stranger to the Business Buzz. And as a normal, I'll say, we'll have to start charging him rent. So, and good morning to another Ken. He's Ken Forbes. Ken is a customer service manager over at The Matrix. And, of course, Ken Moore is the owner. Good morning, gentlemen, again.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ken, it's good seeing you.
You too.
You too, Ken. Ken times two, Susan. Double the fun. Now, The Matrix. I'm thinking movie. What were you thinking, Ken?
Exactly. The movie, because the movie is one of my favorite, and it's about being in a virtual reality. And so it was just a natural fit for our company name.
Okay. Now, why this type of business? You're doing other... You have all sorts of other businesses.
I get bored easy. Or I just hate having any spare time. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. We need to find you a permanent job.
No, thanks. Yeah, I don't want a real job. Yeah.
No. Okay. So we're curious to learn more about the magic of the business. The state-of-the-art wireless VR headsets. And we have one in the studio that we're going to try. All this coupled with your high-powered gaming computers. Mm-hmm. Talk to us about this, Ken.
Sure. Well, the Matrix is up at West Shore Center, and we have it set up so there's 22 different booths. And 22, yeah. Ooh. So we have 9, which is called the Focus area, and those are using our state-of-the-art Focus 3 headsets, and they are all powered with these $2,000 computers each. And what they do is they stream like the highest resolution images to your headset, and you have like an 8-foot by 8-foot play area, which you can move around in and do lots of things. So it's great for boxing and different types of like action games. So that's an area where it's more traditionally used for gaming, but there's lots of things you do, like walking out on a building on a plank that's super popular, and it scares the heck out of a lot of people, but they love it. You know, it's kind of like, you know, people hate going on roller coasters because it scares them, but they love going on roller coasters because it scares them. So it's the same thing. And then we have we call the Experience Zone, and that's got 4 sitting booths and 3 standing booths. So some are like the sitting booths are great for experiences where you're in the middle of Africa on the Sahara with like lions and rhinoceroses and all sorts of animals, and they're like right there with you. You could touch them by putting your hand out and pet them, kind of idea. And then you can do virtual roller coasters, which are really cool, and all sorts of places like you can travel. And I just, before we got on air, I introduced you to like one where you're in Tokyo, and you can do like walking tours of different cities and lots of different things. Being in space is one of my favorite ones, and you're floating out by the International Space Station, and the planet Earth is rotating like right there, and it's just massive. So it gives you a sense of scale and space, what it'd be like to be an astronaut. All sorts of really cool things. And then we have upstairs is a private room area for bookings of groups from 3 to 12 kind of area. And so it's 3 to 6 players at once, where you kind of are in this area and working together to defend your castle or attacking things, or you can do like 3 against 3 games and laser tag, that kind of stuff. So it's lots of variety and so many different experiences you could have.
So you're at West Shore Center.
Mm-hmm.
What's the total square footage?
Well, downstairs it's 2,100, then upstairs is about 650 feet square foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good space for all that excitement.
We maximize every space.
Every square inch.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about the different virtual reality forms that users can partake in. I'm thinking sit-in, Hero Zone. Explain some of that.
Well,
I'm totally ignorant of all that.
That's our job, to help people understand. So Hero Zone is the group area. So we've had already a bunch of birthdays up there. We're going to do a lot of corporate events. It's a great place for people to have their own space and just enjoy themselves together. The games are not that long. They're about 10 to 15 minutes long, so you can substitute players in and out, and that way you can have up to 6 players. We can have a group of 12 people, and they can always be active. And we have TVs which feed you what the players are seeing when you're not inside the game. So that way you still can see what's going on instead of just looking at your friends doing a lot of weird things. But it's always fun to take video of them and then embarrass them on social media.
Now, when did you open this business?
We just opened less than 2 weeks ago, and we did a quiet, soft opening, and about 80 people that came down, and they just tried it out, helped us work out some bugs, and because everything is wireless in the place, there's a little bit of communication and just fine tuning we had to do to make sure all the software was working the way we needed to, and the wireless networks were giving us the type of bandwidth we needed. So it was a little bit of fine tuning, and so from a customer experience everything was fine, but from a back-end experience we just wanted to tweak a few things, and now that we are basically where we want to be, now we're now starting to promote it.
Ready to go. Well, here you are first.
Hello. Anita, Ken.
Nice to meet you, Ken. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
So, Ken Forbes this time. Ken, you're the customer service manager. Tell us a little bit about what the role you play over at Matrix.
It's going to be more just giving you the experiences you're looking for. Like when you're coming in, it's going to be new to you. So with the experience in the VR world, making you feel safe, making you feel that you may not know what's to expect, but expect a great time when you walk in. We are here to help you find what you want. People come in here not knowing what they want to do. It's a gaming. I'm not looking for a game. I'm looking for experience. So my job is to make sure that you find the right area in our building to experience a different set of a different reality.
Okay. Take for instance, Susan and myself coming in. We have no idea what we want, what we expect. I know. I speak for myself because.
Oh, you two look like you're zombie killers.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That will work. Now, how does it work? I mean, I come in and say, well, can you show me what you have so we can kill some people or something? No, I'm just kidding. Chase some zombies.
Yeah, they're not real people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me just, before I answer your question, let me just interject. So Ken owns a VR company up in Canada.
Okay.
And so he's had that for 5 years. 5 years?
Going on 6.
Almost 6. So he has way more experience than anyone else in Cayman. And so he's the perfect fit for our company because I didn't really know anything about VR until I was up in Canada. And myself and my wife and daughter, we tried and had a great time. We thought this would be great in Cayman, which was the kernel of getting this from an idea to a completed project and a business. But Ken was integral to helping us understand exactly the best design we could have for the place, and he's really good at managing and staffing and teaching people what they need to do and talking to customers about helping them understand what their options are. And as soon as you try it the first time, and then it kind of opens your eyes to possibilities. And then his job and what he's really good at is helping direct you to and introduce you to things that you wouldn't have thought of yourself. He's also, like all of our staff are Caymanian, and they're mostly, between about 22 and 28, I guess.
Yeah, it could be a little older, but yeah. Like I said,
Are they regular gamers?
No. Like gamers are not really important because, their job isn't to play games. Their job is to help people.
Right.
So it's about customer service and being able to be interested in learning the technology and learning the protocols, like for cleaning and keeping sanitization policy going on and keeping just people happy and knowing how to help guide them through situations, because especially the first experience, everything's new, so they're not clear on what to do, and it's a little bit of a process. But once they've done it once, then after 15 minutes, like, okay, I got this now. I get it. Yeah.
Well, they're young. They're pretty much get it. The older folks take a longer time to get used
and
to
I didn't
things.
answer your question either.
No, I didn't.
I should be a politician or something. God forbid. I'm never, ever going to do that.
No, you didn't.
Trust me.
That's right. But that's okay. How about, do you offer any weekly, I know you only started 2 weeks ago, so are you planning on offering any weekly specials, and how affordable are your prices?
So now I'm going to answer your question.
Okay,
not the one you asked, but I'll go back. So how it works is you can book online and pre-book your time and essentially your zone that you're going to be doing your VR in, or you can come and walk in, and if we have a booth available, we'll put you in the spot and the soonest time we have. And so the bookings are for a 50-minute experience, or you can do a 30-minute experience. Well, actually, it's 50 minutes, but we book out an hour because we take 10 minutes to kind of like get you in, get you out, clean the headsets, clean the controllers, and just basically have that time so people aren't feeling rushed. And also for the 30-minute one, it's 25 minutes of play time, right? And that time can go really fast. So what happens is, this is what happens all over when you open up a new place. People hear about it, and then they start all coming. And so we've got it set up. So we've got it pretty well spread out, so we won't be having people waiting too much. And if they are waiting, then we'll get them in and out as quick as possible.
So it'd be best to make a reservation.
Totally. Our website, you can go and you can book, and you can also call us if you have questions like, what this is what I want to do, or what can I do, what should I do, and we can help guide you through that process as well.
You have a number before I forget?
We do.
329-2222.
Okay, and you have a website as well.
Oh, yeah. It's thematrix.ky.
Okay. Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, we have all that.
Okay,
so
good.
But prices, so we're charging $50 for a 50-minute session and $30 for a 25-minute session. So it's not unaffordable. It's a decent price, and we have, what happens is when people come, 75% of the people come back a second time within a week. That's just the norm, because it's such a fun time and it's so unique too.
Yeah, everybody wants to be the person that shows someone that thing that's new on the island, right? So you come in, you play, and it's like, oh, I need to bring X here, and then that person comes in and says, oh, I have to bring so and so here. So that experience that you get when you walk in, as we were just talking about, the different experiences that you can do. We have so many different zones, so you come once, there's still 2 or 3 more different zones that you can experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then dozens and dozens of experiences that you can have within those zones, like parachuting and, just so many different things. It's kind of like when you get a restaurant with a, 12-page menu, you kind of like, where do I start? Well, start with interests you the most, and then from there, oh, I want to try this. Oh, this sounds cool.
Yeah. Before we go to break, Ken, for our listeners who are just joining us, I got so excited I forgot to remind our listeners who we're speaking with. We're speaking with Mr. Ken Moore, owner of the new Matrix, Cayman's Virtual Reality Center, and alongside him we have Mr. Ken Forbes. He's a customer service manager over at the Matrix. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies. Now, before we take that break, let's talk about your hours before I forget.
Really simple, noon till 10 daily.
10.
Yep.
10 p.m.
See.
Okay.
That's yes.
I know Spanish.
I know.
Poquito, muy poquito. Thanks, Susan.
What was that?
We're gonna take that quick break.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas.
The development of the Cayman Islands financial services industry is said to be nothing short of a modern economic miracle and should not be understated. Did you know that prior to 1953, the only operational bank in the Cayman Islands was a government savings bank, although it could not conduct commercial transactions or solve cash flow shortages. Despite pleas from the governor in Jamaica for the banks there to open a branch in the Cayman Islands, it was not until March 1953 when Barclays DCO opened their first office in Dr. Roy McTaggart's dental parlor on South Church Street. In 1957, Barclays moved into Dr. Roy's newly constructed Rembrandt building on Cardinal Avenue, and they did not see their first competition until 1963, when Royal Bank of Canada opened their first branch in the islands. Barclays would later open the first commercial bank branch in the sister islands on Cayman Brac in 1964. The Banking and Trust Companies and Regulation Law of 1966 would soon prove to be the key to launching the Cayman Islands into the world of offshore finance.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman's historical vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have in the studio Mr. Ken Moore, owner of the Matrix, the brand new Matrix. And alongside him, we have Ken Forbes. He is the customer service manager over the Matrix. And I am wearing my headset. Is that what you call it, guys?
That's what I call it.
My virtual reality headset. And this is, what is this again?
You're at the top of the Matterhorn.
So I'm at the top of the Matterhorn, and I have to tell you, I absolutely hate heights and snakes. But this is a nice experience. I don't have to do any climbing, and I'm here.
And you're not cold. You're not freezing
I'm not cold.
Yeah.
No, there's snow. I'm looking at snow-capped mountains. Oh, there's a gorgeous sunrise.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, folks, I have to tell you what I'm looking. So I'm looking to my left, and there's someone. Oh, he's climbing up some steep rocks. I have to stay with my mic. Thank you, Sue. Yeah. And what else are we looking at here? This is an incredible view.
It's like you're right there.
I'm right there.
Yeah.
I'm right there, and I don't have to, like you say, climb. Wear all those climbing equipment.
No altitude sickness.
No. This suits me perfectly.
Exactly. You can have snacks while you're up on the Matterhorn.
Yeah, this is my type of climbing. Now, do I get anything else? Okay, I'm turning to my right, and this gets closer. All right, what else do I see, guys? There's more. There's a crater at the top of this sort of valley-looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a valley.
It is. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing this was really good for was during the pandemic. A lot of people couldn't travel.
Right.
So people would come into our area. You had your own area, and you put on a headset, and you could travel, and you could go anywhere you wanted in the world, see anything you wanted to see, and it was a way to experience something before you went there. So we had a really good time trying to expand people's adventures and stuff during the pandemic when we were all kind of at home or you had to be safe by just like one or two people at a time. So this was a really good experience that we were able to use. So
up in Canada, yeah,
up here in Canada. So
was this all taken by a drone? I'm assuming
they have. What you're in is essentially a VR movie, and so you've got everywhere. Like you look down, you look up, you look behind you, and you're there, right? And so it's a special camera which records. It's got a bunch of lenses and records in 360 degrees, and then the software will essentially block out the stand for the camera, and that way you don't see the camera, so it's just you.
Okay. No, this reminds me of those IMAX theater.
Yeah.
The first one I went to, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But this is a nicer experience. It's not up in your face.
Well, the iMac is like imagining that, but with it behind you and below you and above you at the same time.
I'm done?
Well,
you cut me off?
I didn't cut you off, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you ask Ken some questions. I'm going to set you up for something else now.
I'm having so much fun.
I know. That's the point.
Oh, you're going to change something else? So you have to try this? Okay. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Business Buzz, and we're trying these my wireless headset, having a virtual experience this morning. After this experience, I wouldn't want to go back to my desk. I like to go somewhere where I can sit.
Where would you like to go next?
Want to swim with sharks?
No.
Spacewalk?
No. Mike was just Ken was just asking me if I want to swim with the sharks. You know, a nice one to be would be Stingray City. So those are the people. Susan says music. Let's try. You have anything with music?
I do, but it's not that interesting. I found. Do you want a parachute?
Okay.
Or do you want to see the Northern Lights?
Sure. That's on my bucket list.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list.
So one of the cool things with our headsets is when you're inside your area, we have a boundary, and so think of it like walking into like the hollow deck and stuff like that. So you're in there, you're playing, but if you step outside your boundary, the cameras turn on the headset and allow you to see real life. So you're never that far away from one step away from being outside of the game set. So it's really good for people who are new to the experience, that's afraid of, am I going to be stuck inside this game or not? So what do you see now?
Oh, I see those lights. Oh, those green streaks. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I like this.
Okay, I grew up in Canada, but I never saw Northern Lights. I think maybe once when I traveled to Northern Canada with my dad when I was a kid once, and just barely. But the Northern Lights experience here is just like through the whole sky. It's amazing.
Yeah, amazing. Oh, my goodness. I love this.
But you're standing in a field right now, and, you know, you're on your own there. I was doing one the other day where I'm on the Sahara, and I've got, like, lion cubs coming right up, like, literally, you know, inches from the camera, and interacting with those with the lions, and then with leopards and rhinoceroses, and it's such a cool experience, something you can never do in real life too.
Yeah, I got so caught up looking. I wasn't even listening to what you were saying, Ken.
It wasn't important. Don't worry about it.
If you're just joining us, I'm having a virtual reality experience.
live on air.
Live on air, looking at the Northern Lights. And I can forget about work after this, because this is really, really amazing. Susie, you've got to try this.
Yeah, and it's really good, too, for, let's say you bring the kids in, they want to go shoot zombies and stuff, but you just want to relax. You want to,
we have a meditation one, too, yeah. We have a great meditation one where you can just sit there and just totally relax. So it's not like everyone thinks, oh, it's gaming. It's like, I'm not a gamer, personally. I used to play video arcade games back in the 80s, but, I'm not a game person. And I can do it and I enjoy it, but it's just, I'm much more interested in the different experiences that you have.
Like a good one is like Circus Soleil we have at the store. So, do they come here? Do you have to travel somewhere to go do it? Well, you can come into the Matrix and experience Circus Soleil.
And it's like the front row seats. You're like on stage almost with them. It's amazing. Yeah.
I'm not even listening to you guys.
We're so boring. How rude. Can you believe that?
This is amazing. Okay, but I think we have to do a time check and stuff, so Susan will kill me if I go over my time. So I have to come in and get this done because this is amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Amazing.
I have to take all the credit for it. I invented all of it. Yeah. No.
So let's make sure we tell our listeners where you're located again.
Sure.
Opening hours.
Easy, noon to 10 every day at West Shore Center, the Pink Mall on 7 Mile Beach where the post office is. And we're just to the left of Treat's Restaurant back there. Mm-hmm. And website's thematrix.ky. It can't be easier than that.
Okay. Now, how can we pre-book?
Go to the website, and then you can also just call our number, which is 329-2222. 42's real simple. And Ken or one of our staff can help guide you through where to book online or just book it over the phone with us.
Okay. Now, before I let you go, Ken, times two. COVID protocol.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, this is happening before COVID, just for...
Because right now you'll have to clean this off. You have all my makeup on.
It's not mine.
This one.
Yeah, I swear. But we have sanitized wipes, and they're all, they're plant-based, so they're disinfectant, but they're not going to be harmful to people's skin. Mm-hmm. And so we clean off everything, the controllers, the masks, like the headsets themselves, inside and out. That way, the person who has it next, they're nice and dry and clean when you get it next. So it's a fully sanitized experience. And then also I mentioned, when you're in the headsets, we have boundaries that we create. Mm-hmm. And so when you're in that boundary, you have that experience. As soon as you start to move out of it, then the virtual reality plane breaks, and then you're seeing what's around you. Mm-hmm. And so we do that for safety reasons, and that's why we only allow children 8 and older to do it. We don't allow anyone younger than 8 to do it, because sometimes they just get caught up in the experience and they don't pay attention to the rules. And we don't want people getting hurt, running into other people, running into the wall, maybe having an accident because they're too excited, things like that, which can happen, but we don't want to happen where we are.
Okay. So I can do this standing as well, right?
Oh, yeah, you can do it sitting, standing, and moving around, and then moving around as a group. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing. Like, some people say, yeah, I can get these headsets at home and do it at home. Well, you can. Mm-hmm. You can't get the ones that we have in our main room, that's for sure, but unless you want to spend $3,500 a person to do it. But it's the interactivity with other people, because you do multiplayer experiences. Like the one that I did in Toronto with my daughter, who's 8, and my wife, is the three of us were in this game area, and we were like fighting each other and fighting different things. It was so much fun, but it was a group thing, so it's very social.
Okay. And on that note, I want to say thank you, congratulations to you, Ken.
Thank you,
and good work there, Ken.
Thank you.
Oh, the second Ken.
Yeah, I just put it together. He does the work now.
Like I said, we're excited to bring it to the island, and we're excited to let everyone here experience it.
Okay. Now, listeners, you have to go out and check this out. Thank you again.
Thanks for having
me. The Matrix, Cayman's Virtual Reality Center, located at West Shore Center. Time now for our news. After this, we'll be back. After the traffic report, we'll be back with our second segment of the Business Buzz. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies.
Studio time now by Foster's is 8 o'clock. It's time to live well with Foster's and CG Brit K.
Live Well is your source for recipe ideas and lifestyle tips to help you achieve your healthy living goals.
Head to livewell.fosters.ky and discover the best herbs to fill your indoor garden and 5 ways to repurpose egg cartons.
Plus, you'll find our latest Live Well recipe.
This week, we have cheesy turkey taco skillet full of fresh, affordable ingredients.
Get started at livewell.fosters.ky.
Live Well with Foster's and CG Brit K.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With a look at Radio Cayman's 8 o'clock morning news, I'm Dion Anglin. Remax Cayman Islands announces that broker and owner Kim Lund has received the Remax Paramount of Excellence Award at R4 Remax Corporate's Worldwide Conference. Only introduced last year, Kim is the first recipient of this award outside of the U.S. and Canada. As the highest award presented by Remax, only 11 individuals have ever been honored with this career award among over 140,000 worldwide Remax agents. In an upcoming Triple P Standard Positive Parenting session, the Family Resource Center is looking to help parents of children ages 12 and under manage challenging behaviors to prevent future problems from arising.
The main aim is to support parents in gaining tools towards a healthier and happier family life. The importance of having this workshop is to support parents in feeling confident to manage problem situations in home and elsewhere. Parents can expect to be taken through key strategies step by step and practice what they learn so they can feel confident when selecting the right strategies for their family and practicing with their children.
Family Resource Center Program Facilitator Anne-Marie Gray-Diaz says the session begins at 6 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, May 11th at FRC for 4 group sessions, followed by individual phone sessions to support parents in implementation and problem solving, then a final wrap-up session. Check out facebook.com/Family Resource Center to register and find out more information. In other local news, some 180 people celebrated a night of fun and games during Saturday's game night organized by the Department of Children and Family Services. The night included numerous games, including a games truck and musical chairs. Among the attendees, MP Isaac Rankin took to social media on Monday to express his gratitude to the DCFS for hosting the event, one in a slew of activities for May's Child Month 2022. He said he was extremely pleased to see the turnout and looks forward to more district game nights. With news from around the Caribbean, here's Carib Updates' Wendy Chateau.
Bahamian authorities have identified 3 American tourists who died under mysterious circumstances at a luxury resort on the island of Great Exuma on Friday and are still investigating cause of death. Police Commissioner Paul Roll, in a news conference on Monday, identified the victims as a couple, Robbie Phillips, 65, and Michael Phillips, 68, of Tennessee, and Vincent Chirella, 64, of Florida. Chirella's wife was also airlifted and taken to the hospital in serious condition, he said. The 2 couples were staying in separate villas at the Sandals Emerald Bay Resort. Samples were taken from the rooms as well as from the deceased to determine cause of death, according to Roll. Sandals confirmed the deaths in a statement sent to Reuters, saying they were actively working to support the investigation and the victims' families. The small Antiguan party, the Democratic National Alliance, DNA, on Monday announced that 2 of its candidates will trade constituencies as the party prepares to contest the next general elections constitutionally due in 2023. Candidates announced for the St. John's Rural South constituency, Avoy Knight, and the All Saints East and St. Luke constituency, Tekla Thomas, will trade places, political leader Joanne Messiah announced. She said that it was a strategic decision to, in her words, better optimize the party's success at the polls.
Now for a look at news from around the world, here's the BBC.
The Marcos dynasty has returned to power in the Philippines after the presidential election was won by Ferdinand Marcos Jr. The winner's father was forced from office and the country in 1986 following mass protests at his dictatorial rule. The younger Mr. Marcos won in part by rebranding his father's time in office as a golden era. Richard Haydarian, an academic in Manila, said his victory was almost inevitable.
I'm surprised that some people are surprised. I think the surveys were very, very clear that this is barely a two-way race. It's perhaps a 1.5-way race. The opposition leader, Vice President Robredo, was not against Ferdinand Marcos Jr. alone. She was against Ferdinand Marcos Jr. in tandem with presidential daughter Sara Duterte. It was a formidable so-called unity.
The Spanish government has sacked the country's spy chief in the wake of a phone hacking scandal. Last week, the mobile phones of the Prime Minister and his Defence Minister were found infected with Pegasus spyware, developed by an Israeli company that's only meant to be sold to governments to combat crime.
That'll do it for Radio Cayman's 8 o'clock morning news. I'm Dion Anglin.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com. Did you know that ValueMed Pharmacy has a free online prescription service? Managing your health and medical requirements has never been easier with ValueMed. Simply visit value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com and click the Refill Prescriptions tab on our website. Fill in the information for new prescriptions or refills and choose your preferred pickup location. ValueMed on Walkers Road or Town. Then bring in your original prescription from your doctor when picking up. There's no need to stand in line and wait for your prescription. Save time and pick up prescriptions at your convenience by visiting value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the year again as the New Self-Help Foundation presents Gratitude. The 21st Annual Talent Exposition of the Arts, Sunday, June 26, at the Harkwell Theater. Performances by UCCI dancers, Mariah Praise, Radiant Dance Studio, Andrea Rivera,
May not be thunder crashing down.
Dream Chasers Cayman, hosted by former Miss Cayman Universe, Anika Connolly and Lloyd Barker. Part proceeds from the Talent Exposition will benefit the Pines Retirement Home. Prepaid tickets available at Funky Tanks, Winner Circle Sports. Tickets are $15, $20 at the gate. Gratitude. The 2022 Talent Exposition of the Arts, Sunday, June 26 at the Harkwell Theater. Gates open at 5 p.m. Show starts 6 p.m. Get your tickets today.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Head east on Cove Road. Sharp left on Church Street. Sharper left. No, your other left. Did I say left? Nope, you missed it. Okay, I'm lost.
With money-saving bundling options for home and motor, we're like a GPS that doesn't steer you wrong. CG Britcay. Good like that.
Let's stop and ask for directions.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 84 degrees. Relative humidity is 78%. The barometric pressure is 29.94 inches and rising. The wind is out of the east-southeast at 3 knots. Overnight low temperature was 78 degrees. Synopsis indicate moderate southeasterly winds, along with slight to moderate seas, will continue across the Cayman area for the next 24 hours. as a high-pressure system lingers over the western Atlantic Ocean. Satellite images show a few low clouds over the Cayman area, which are slowly drifting towards the northwest. Now, the forecast for today calling for partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of showers, and temperatures will rise to the mid-80s. Winds will be southeast at 10 to 15 knots, and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Tonight, mainly fair skies with a 20% chance of showers, and temperatures will fall to the mid-70s tonight. Winds will be southeast at 5 to 10 knots for tonight, and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Low tide will occur this morning at 10:51, high tide this afternoon at 4:33, and a low tide again tonight at 11 minutes past 10. The sun will set this evening at 6:49 and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:53. And the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Tuesday morning.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Good morning, everyone. Hello? Hello? Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Okay, I see we have just about everyone, and of course, Tom drops off, as per usual. Let's just wait a minute here. He always comes right back, and we're almost ready, and... oh, whoever's dog that is, please go on mute. Why won't it let me share my screen? Okay, looks like we're ready to start.
We're like a video conference with no technical issues. CG Britcay. Good like that.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Good morning. Let's take a look at what's happening traffic-wise. Coming from the West Bay four-way stop, traffic is flowing moderately, as well as on the Westwood Road in front of the Ritz. Busy traffic coming from the east on Crew Road, and moderate flow of traffic heading east on Crew Road. Traffic is steady coming off of Bobby Thompson Way and off the Linford Pearson Highway on Agnes Way. Slight delays expected. Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue, traffic flowing moderately. Into Georgetown on Shedden Road looking pretty good. Traffic flowing at a good pace. Coming out of Georgetown on Shedden Road. Edward Street, moderate flow of traffic. And that's the very latest on your road situation. Join us again at about 10 minutes after 12 o'clock. We'll give you another traffic report. Remember, click it or ticket.
Subway is serving up a special new sauce, bursting with flavor in every bite. The new Savory Collection is a tropical sweet and spicy sauce made with a combination of spices, habanero peppers, thyme, onion, black pepper, ginger, citrus juices, and molasses.
So good. Wow. Sensational. Delicious.
Subway's Savory Collection pairs perfectly with our oven roasted chicken or steak sub. Savor the flavor. For a limited time, only at Subway. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. Lost my cue there for a second. Sorry, Sue. Busy chatting. Well, that's what I get paid for, to chat. Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. As promised, we now put the spotlight on Union Grill and Bar. Union Grill and Bar is a new go-to gastro destination for foodies, romantics, families, and deal makers. At Union Grill and Bar, you are invited to pull up a leather-tufted stool at the marble bar for cocktails and bar snacks, or settle into a comfy velvet chair in the dining room for buttery soft steaks, fresh fish, delicious salads, vegan and vegetarian options. Now, Susan, are you hungry yet? You're hungry? Me too. I am Susan is too, so I guess we're in a good place this morning. Joining us in studio are the owners, Tanya and Paul. And can you guys pronounce your surname for me?
Yes, it's Sliper.
Sliper. Mm-hmm. Good morning to you both. It's a pleasure to have you on the Business Buzz, Tanya and Paul Sliper. Now, I'm like Susan said, I'm hungry already, and I have to go until 9 o'clock before I find some food. Now, this is exciting because you're a brand new business. How old are you since you opened?
Well, we actually opened in September last year, which was probably the bravest time in many ways to open a restaurant in Cayman, because we, as you know, had been living in our beautiful bubble up until that time. And pretty much 2 months later, we, as an island, were hit as we opened. So from outset, as a new restaurant, when there are so many fabulous restaurants already on island, it's a tough market. And then we had the complexity of actually being hit with COVID just as our business opened as well. So you're
8 months in the running.
We are 8 months in the running now. Yeah.
How is it going?
Fabulous, absolutely fabulous.
We still don't know how to run a restaurant. It's a really complex, dynamic place to be, and you learn every day. So I don't think any restaurateur can ever say they've cracked it. It's always something to develop and refine
and work on.
Yeah.
Now, give us some history and, of course, description of Union Grill and Bar.
Well, I guess where it came from was it's a culmination of many years of our personal travels, eating and drinking around the world, amassing information, like a big sponge. We just sort of absorbed all this. Wherever we go, we eat, we remember it, and we remember the good times. And we think, well, we need to give that back. Let's distill it down and put it back into a restaurant. So all of those great experiences around the world, they come into one restaurant here. And that's Union, it's a sort of a union of great food, great people.
And laughter, because that's the word union.
Yeah.
No, when I saw the name Union Grill and Bar, I'm thinking, is that a franchise? It's not a franchise.
No. Okay. It's definitely 100% independent.
Okay. Paul, if you could come closer to the mic, please. That'll help me. That helps you.
Okay.
No, do you serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Yes, we do. We serve lunch and dinner Monday to Saturday, and lunch on a Sunday, breakfast and lunch on a Sunday, and Saturday and Sunday breakfast. And on special occasions, for example, last Sunday was Mothering Sunday, we also open in the evening. So if there's a special event, we will also open Sunday evenings as well.
Okay, so you had a Mother's Day special.
We did indeed.
How did that work out?
Oh, fabulous. Yeah, absolutely fabulous. Some lovely mummies with lovely little ones and grown ones too. Yeah, great.
I think most of the restaurant was filled with women, wasn't it?
I think so. Yep.
Yeah.
It's great.
It was a fabulous place to be on a Sunday.
They just didn't want to cook,
Exactly.
Well, I'm not going to cook, right? So you're located at Camana Bay, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. On the Crescent there, on the waterfront.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let's go back to the weekend, to breakfast. You do... I noticed on your website you have lazy weekends.
Yeah, so the concept of lazy weekends is very much everyone has their own schedule on a Saturday and a Sunday. And
some of us have to work.
Exactly. Some of us still have to work, and some of us can relax a little bit more and maybe want to get up and have breakfast at 10 rather than the kind of traditional 7 as we normally do on a Monday to Friday. And we wanted to really deliver something for people where they feel they could choose when they could eat their breakfast. So that lazy weekend concept is you can come on down any time between 9 and 3 in the afternoon and choose off our a la carte breakfast menu.
Very nice. Now, dinner. Let's talk about dinner. Dinner is always. Do you have any live entertainment during dinner?
Definitely, yeah. Live music is really important for us in the mix. So, for example, on Monday evenings we have live music. Generally, we're in the area of guitar and singer-songwriter style, and then Thursdays we move into jazz. So we have live sax rotating with a couple of different artists on Thursday. And we may add something into the weekend as well. I mean, typically on a Sunday, if we're doing a special event such as Easter or Mother's Day, or this coming weekend is Discovery Day on Sunday at Union. So
that's right. Forgot about that.
So we'll be putting live music on Sunday as well.
Okay.
So yeah, music and food go so well together.
So you also have outdoor seating as well.
That's right, yeah. We've got about 40 covers outside on the patio overlooking the water and the boats, and that's a nice place to dine, yeah.
Yeah, I just love that area. Now, I haven't been to Camana Bay in maybe 2 months, but I just like the fact that there's a new place to eat. And I am going to have to try it because you have vegan and you have vegetarian as well on the menu.
We do, yeah. I mean, just because we're a grill doesn't mean we're only grilling meat. We're grilling fish, we're grilling plant-based products as well. And we're developing vegetarian and vegan dishes. Because obviously some of these are quite difficult to put on a flaming grill. So, we'll approach them in a different way. But, we're egalitarian. We want to create food for everybody. So, yeah, it's really important that we cover all the bases.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about menu development. Having that perfect menu is what your patrons look for. They come in and they look at the menu and, okay, they take the longest time to make. I do. I have to admit, to make up my mind what I want. Why is menu development a very important aspect of any restaurant, and food presentation as well? How equally important is food presentation? And Paul is looking at Tanya.
And she's looking at me. Well, I'll take the first.
And I'll take the presentation.
You take presentation. I'll do development. Development is super complex. Every restaurant looks for the ultimate balanced menu. And you don't always get that to begin with. We start out with our chefs around a development table in a test kitchen, and we put all these things together. And then when they come out into the real world and the customers sit down and they choose them, some things don't even get chosen. And you realize, well, I loved it, but nobody else wants it. So you're constantly tweaking and amending the menus. And I think we've got to the point now where, as a grill restaurant, we're pretty much there.
Yeah, most definitely.
So now it's a question of really introducing some special things. And so again, you get a flavour of what's not selling so well. So we'll either tweak it or we'll drop it.
Okay. Now, how about presentation, Tanya?
Yeah, presentation is actually fundamental because you see food before you taste it.
Correct.
And the very nature of our interior design, so people come in and they see we're quite different interior-wise from many other restaurants in Cayman. And that was deliberate, actually, from a design point of view, because many people hadn't been able to get off island for a very long time. And so we wanted to kind of create this eclectic, urban and yet glamorous interior. So that's the first point of entry. The second point of entry is you see the food before you taste it. And if it is not plated in the most beautiful way, you almost turn away from it. And then finally, you then taste the food. So there's kind of 3 stages, I think, to the way in which...
I forgot ambience on this then.
Okay. I think there's 3 ways in which people see us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Now, both of you, are you present at the grill during the day? Yeah.
Oh, and the night.
And the night. Okay.
Yeah. It's a good job we don't have young children anymore, because we'd probably never see them.
No, you probably don't get to see 7 Mile Beach either, right?
Well,
no,
we try every Sunday to take a break.
At 4 o'clock.
It's not working at the moment.
It's 4 a.m.
Probably,
yeah, pretty much.
Now, generally, what type of cuisine is served at Union Bar and Grill?
Well,
Union Grill and Bar.
Grill and Bar, yeah. It started off as Bar and Grill, actually, but then we changed it to Grill and Bar because the food's obviously the most important thing for us. The heart of the restaurant is the flaming charcoal grill, and that's sending out all those amazing steaks and the grilled fish. and around that we build the other parts of the orchestra. Essentially it's a grill restaurant, a very modern day grill restaurant mixed with a little bit of a sort of that European bistro feel as well.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that. Yeah. Feeling that.
And that was really important, actually, that for us, I guess because we're from Europe originally, we wanted to introduce that European element. Many people that actually walk into the restaurant either say, wow, this feels like we're in Paris, or also many people say, this feels like we're in New York. And actually, that's exactly what we wanted to achieve.
Yeah.
Because there are so many fantastic Caymanian restaurants that are already out there. It was nice to be set apart slightly.
You know what I like about it? It sounds like a fun place to be.
It is. It's a really fun.
It's fun. As soon as you walk in there, there's laughter, there's music, there's the crackle of the cutlery and the clinking of the glasses, and it just feels like you're in a good place where you want to eat and drink and be happy just for a few hours.
I just love this program. I love this program because I get to get hungry. I get to watch virtual reality stuff, sitting right here. No, you have cocktail masterclass. Let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well that's a fun thing. That started a few months ago. We had restaurants always have quiet times, and Saturday afternoon was always quiet between lunch and dinner. And we figured that we could put something in there that would really boost the sales. So we developed this idea of the masterclass. Originally, it kind of started with a masterclass in food. But we figured that it would be much more fun to have a masterclass in cocktail making. So, you get to come along with your friends. You make up to 4 cocktails. You drink them. You go behind the bar. You shake. You mix.
You get to shake and mix.
You get to shake and mix and drink.
You become a barista.
Well, effectively, you become a mixologist for a few hours.
Yeah.
And it's just incredible fun for parties and work. Work dues and team building, or bachelorette parties, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's great fun.
And this is on Saturdays.
Saturdays.
What time?
Saturdays between 3 to 5 with our 2 highly qualified mixologists, Johnson and Paul.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So they sort of guide you.
They do. They start off, they show you the kind of glasses that you should be using, all of the ingredients that go into the full cocktails, and then they show you how to shake, and then you go behind and you shake.
You shake and
you
make and
make and shake.
You make and shake. Make, shake, and take. No, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue talking to owners of Union Grill and Bar, Tanya and Paul Sliper. And we're looking at their brand new, well, not brand new anymore. They're already 8 months into their business located at Camana Bay. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies. It's 28 minutes after 8 o'clock. Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies, free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
Stay clean, stay safe, hey man. Reflections sells gallons of sanitizer for only $25. Buy 2 clip-on sanitizers for just $5. Reflections has the best KN95 masks or reusable cloth masks, and you can get 2 for only $5. Blue surgical masks and face shields are available for children and adults, as well as 10 and 50 packs of black surgical masks. Volume discounts available at Reflections, Jose's Rubus, Reflections Hemp and Tobacco, all 5 Liquor for Less locations, and Food for Less open 24 hours every day. Don't miss the Liquor for Less incredible priced better markdown. Hundreds of fine from $2.99. Cases of ice cold below wholesale prices. Save $10 off liters of absolute exclusively at Liquor for Less. Prices so low we can't say them on the radio.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
On a daily basis, making it easy to connect with you, our listeners. Add us to WhatsApp today, 925-3261. That's 925-3261.
Radio Cayman.
Send a text or voice note.
Can I send a request, please?
You don't really have to ask us. Just send a request.
This is a shout out to my ex.
Radio Cayman,
the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. This is our second and final segment of the Buzz this morning. I want to say good morning to all our listeners. Those of you viewing us on YouTube, good morning to you as well. And good morning again to our guest in the studio. We're speaking with Tanya and Paul Sliper, of the owners of Union Grill and Bar, which is located in Cayman Bay. And they're 8 months in the running, and they're having a great time. Now, you opened just when the borders opened in Cayman.
Yeah, we did.
Pretty much.
And, that's a tough time to open a restaurant. Because obviously traditionally tourism is one of the driving forces behind any business, let alone a restaurant business. We had to work super hard to attract the local market, and it's a tough market. It's a tough market to crack. But we believe we've done that. The profile of our market is very much weighted towards, I would say, the local market, and we're very grateful that they supported us from outset and continue to do so.
Oh yeah, we love our food.
We're
foodies.
For sure.
We're
for
foodies.
Sure. Particularly the grill. Particularly the grill side.
And you have what we want on the menu as well.
Absolutely.
You have fish. That's important.
Fish and meat, particularly steaks, are really, really important. We
have ambience. You have entertainment.
Yeah.
What else could we ask for?
We have our steak nights on Tuesday nights. So, yeah.
So every night of the week it's something different? Is it a different menu?
There is, yeah. We just introduce different things. Say on a Monday we focus on burgers particularly. So during the rest of the week we have 2 burgers on the menu.
Okay.
On a Monday we push 8 out. So, from lobsters to fish, blackened fish, and different meats and vegan. So Monday night's burger night, Tuesday night steak night with some deals on, and then Wednesday we move into luxury lobster.
Oh, nice.
So as we're working towards the weekend, it's getting a little bit more sexy on the menu.
Coupled with that, though, we've always got the a la carte. So if you don't want a burger or if you don't want a steak, the a la carte menu is always available.
It's always there. And then Thursdays we're into jazz night, and then Friday's happy hour. The magician comes down.
You have a magician?
We have a resident magician called Erickson, who a lot of people will have seen around the island. He's incredible.
He is.
And he spends a couple of hours at happy hour making everybody extra happy with his crazy tricks.
And the reason that we introduced a magician for happy hour is so that parents, can have a relax there on the green, right on the waterfront. And obviously it's very family orientated on a Friday evening down in Cayman Bay. So to give something to the children so the parents could actually relax, have a glass of wine and not have to, while the children are being entertained. And that I guess is kind of encompassing of the Union brand, that it is very much an adult place, if you like, in the evening with the great long bar, but it's also very family orientated, hence breakfast, where we're considering a breakfast club with certain children's elements coming in. So watch this space for that one.
I like that. Yeah. No, are you looking to add any additional items to your menu?
Well, we refine the menu we look at the menu and study it every day. We've always got. So what we've decided to do now is every week, one of our chefs will put a new dish on the menu, and it'll run for that week. It may be an appetizer or an entree, or it may be a dessert too. So that gives them creativity around the menu for the chefs, and it also just expands the choice for the customer. So that's going to be happening from next week. Every single week, one new dish rotates through the menu. Yeah.
So you serve snacks. I'm only interested in fish.
Fish.
I'm a pescatarian. I told you earlier. So I'm always looking for the fish on the menu. So you have mahi and snapper.
Yes, we do right now. And this is coming in. This is coming on boats from the waters around here.
From Cayman.
Absolutely, 100%. So our fishermen are literally knocking on the door. They have a basket full of fish. We pick it out, we choose it, we pay for it, and that's it. That's how fresh it is. If it's gone, it's gone. We're not going to put it in the freezer. We're not going to pull it out again 2 days later. We have to, what they call in the industry, 86 it, which means it's finished. And then, 2 days later, there'll be some more fresh fish coming in, and it's back on the menu again. That's our dedication to provenance and to quality.
Okay. I was going to ask you how important is the farm to table concept. And sourcing of some of, especially your, we know about your fish. Let's talk about your vegetables.
Well, again, we work with local farmers. We buy all our microgreens and all our garnishes locally. We buy all our tomatoes locally, and now we're even working with a supplier to try and grow very small baby vegetables here, as opposed to just standard size supermarket veggies.
So those little more gourmet sort of.
Exactly. Yes, the little baby carrots, little baby turnips, all those little sort of the sort of sweet ones that will garnish a plate and look fab. Yeah, so we're working with suppliers on that as well.
Food looking fab. I like that. Now, what do you think are some of the things that diners will consider when choosing to eat at any restaurant? And let's say in particular your restaurant. We know we talk about the ambience, we talk about the presentation. What are some of the other things?
Quality of service. It's absolutely fundamental. We have trained and continue ongoing training with all of our both front of house staff and also our back of house staff as well. And that's weekly training that set a program of training for front of house in particular to ensure that those standards, we are meticulous. Paul's background is 5-star hotels, so no piece of cutlery gets laid on the table unless it's been highly polished. No glass similarly gets placed on a table unless it's highly polished.
There's a manual of things we have to run through from the position of the glass and the way the logo on the stem of the glass faces the customer, right through to things like how does a server present him or herself when they approach a table, how they stand, their posture, their gait, and their manner. All these training disciplines have to be worked on constantly to deliver that service.
I absolutely agree. We had lunch somewhere on Friday, and the waiter was right over me to pass the plate to the person next to me. Yeah. He did it twice.
I'd be watching that, tearing my hair out if I was.
I almost tore my hair out because I'm like, what is this? It's crossing over me to get to the other person.
It's almost table etiquette, and I know that sounds weird, but it's really important. You can't be leaning over guests. You have to know how to stand back if guests are in conversation before. You have to know which side to take the plates, which side to deliver the plates. It's really basic stuff, but it's so important.
It is basic stuff, but when you're a server and the pressure's on a busy Saturday night,
you've got to remember
You've got to remember that stuff because this, I call it Savoy training. It's the Savoy Hotel in London sets the standards, and this is what we're trying to get to that point. Just a small restaurant on a small island, but it doesn't matter. You've still got to deliver. Great service every time.
That's what as a customer, I'm coming out for the experience, for the dining out experience. I don't want food slapped on a plate. I don't want somebody hanging over me. I'm there for that experience.
Absolutely.
And the experience is there. I'll pay for it. Happily pay for it because I know that what I'm getting, the service I'm getting. If you're just joining us, hopefully you're getting hungry. We're speaking to Paul and Tanya Sliper of Union Grill and Bar, which is located in Cayman Bay, and we're taking a peek inside their restaurant. Now, what are some of the items on the menu that are high in demand with your customers?
Oh, well, I think the best seller. Put the steaks aside because they sell really well, but and they're sort of generic sellers everywhere. But we developed this dish. It's an appetizer. It's a mushroom dish. So it's basically a truffle mushroom pate. Okay. Now, I don't know how it got on the menu because I'm not into it myself. But I developed this. Dish, and it's super luxurious. So things like oyster, mushrooms, porcinis, all reduced down with cream, truffle oil, and then fresh truffle in there, served with toasted sourdough and some really sort of sharp little French cornichons. And that's an appetizer. It's so good. It just flies off the menu. It's the #1 bestseller.
Oh, man, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
No. This is the mushroom pate, right? What else? What was the other one called?
The cocktail. I think probably the cocktail goes well, the infusion.
Yeah, we tend to the appetizers are the more interesting ones to focus on because For example, we do lobster. But everything we do slightly differently. So a lobster cocktail, but it's done with Greek yogurt and coconut cream.
Nice.
Infused with ginger, a little chili as well.
So you got some pep in there.
So there's a little bit of heat in there, but it's a real subtle background heat, and that's a big, big seller because everybody loves lobster. The glass of champagne, lobster appetizer, and that's the way to start the meal, right?
Yeah, I cooked lobster for the first time. On Sunday because in Cayman you're accustomed to men in Cayman cooking the lobster. They'll go out. Well, back in the days when they would shoot a lobster or two, bring it up, and then throw it on the grill or drop it in a pot of hot water. But so it was quite an experience, but very nice. Turned out very nice. So are you noticing any shift in restaurant in the eating habits since COVID-19? Do you think they're eating out more, or are they eating in at home? Your thoughts?
I think in Cayman Bay, I think the lunchtime market is still quite narrow. I think a lot of people are still working from home. I think the dinner, however, I'll be honest with you, COVID doesn't seem to exist between Friday and Sunday. It just doesn't seem to be there.
Yeah.
Actually, Thursday to Sunday, you wouldn't even know. It's certainly, I would say, people are probably more wary. But people, to be honest, are now getting to the point where, previously they were asking, can we always have an outdoor table? Now that it's getting so hot again, people are saying, we're happy to sit inside. It's not a problem at all. It's not a problem. So I think people are generally more relaxed about eating out. Our protocols are there. Our protocols were laid down for our restaurant right from outset of COVID. We take as many precautions as any other restaurant does, and to keep everybody safe.
And I like the fact that when, like families, you have children, they can bring their scooter, they can scoot up and down in the area while you just relax and don't have to worry about traffic. They're safe.
That's the great thing about Cayman Bay being right there on the waterfront. It really is. It means, Mothering Sunday was a classic where, the adults were able to really enjoy and still have the children running around and playing out there. And hence this idea of the Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I'm not going to say
we're
too much more.
We're going to watch the space. We're going to definitely watch the space, Tanya. Now, Union Grill and Bar, do you offer any catering for, say, special events?
Yeah,
and do you have a delivery service?
Well, delivery is handled by Bento, so we have most of our menu, lunch and dinner menu, and breakfast menu on Bento, so that's accessible anytime. Catering, yes, we do outside catering. We can work with companies for corporate events and families and friends for meals at home. Union, we call it Union at Home. And of course, we can handle business functions at the restaurant with canapes and champagne and all those sorts of things.
In fact, we're just putting our Christmas menu together right now.
Nice. Not too early for that.
Sounds early, doesn't it?
Sounds early.
No, it's not. It's not.
People are calling in already for Christmas ideas. So we need to get moving on that. There's a lot to do in the restaurant business.
How important is pricing?
I think pricing is critical, but I also believe that people are prepared to pay for very decent quality restaurant food and restaurant service.
You're happy to pay their union dues?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
There's a formula for creating a price from the cost of the food to its arrival on the plate, and that's a very that's a mechanical process, a mathematical process to get to. And then there's also the pricing of, it's a premium dish, so can it have a premium price?
Like lobster, lobster up until the end of February, we were able to have local Caribbean lobster. Okay, obviously that season has now ended.
Good market price.
Yeah, so it goes back to, and it's it becomes expensive. Unfortunately,
and suddenly, lobster prices jumped by 25-30% literally within a week.
Wow.
Yeah. And you then have to question whether that's if it's viable to put it back on the menu or keep it on the menu. And obviously during COVID, the price of meat and the whole transport system, threw us a real curveball. So we had to deal with that. So we absorbed a lot of those price increases, so the customer doesn't have to pay that.
Yeah. And before we go to break, I saw you have some awesome steak on the menu. You want to just give us a quick rundown on what you have?
Big sizzling steaks. We're talking to a pescatarian live in the studio.
I used to be a meat
have
lover,
steak.
you know. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yes, I do.
Well, we still have to assume there are steak lovers out there.
Oh, lots of them.
So we're talking about certified Angus beef, dry aged, rubbed with herbs and oil, in the fridge for 2 or 3 days before it even comes out and goes on the grill. Then it hits a big charcoal grill.
We call it season up real good.
Season up good, yeah. Onto the grill, beautifully charred, and then really cooked to however the customer wants it. Some people want it super well done. Others want that pink line through the middle. And you know what? That's the best thing in the world. On a plate with some Parmesan truffle fries, a little béarnaise sauce or chimichurri sauce, whatever you like.
Creamy mushroom. Creamy mushroom
Yeah,
sticks.
Creamy mushroom is always good.
So if you're all out there feeling hungry, you're going to have to wait until 11:30 today to get that
because you're here?
steak.
No. I'm pretty sure somebody else is running the business while you're here. I want to say thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies. Thank you so much for your generous and kind support of the Business Buzz. We're speaking with owners of Union Grill and Bar, Tanya and Paul Sliper.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
This October, discover Peru with the Chamber Travel Club. Experience a trip of a lifetime to Machu Picchu, the lost city of the Incas and recognized as one of the wonders of the world. Explore an ancient Inca ruins, visit the Sacred Valley at the foothills of the Andes Mountains. Experience the Spanish and Incan cultures and civilizations. An information session about the trip will take place at the Chamber Conference Room in Governor Square on Tuesday, May 10th at 6 p.m. Register online at caymanchamber.ky or call 949-8090 for further details. This October, discover Peru with the Cayman Travel Club. It will be a trip of a lifetime.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
And we're speaking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're having a conversation with Tanya and Paul Sliper of Union Grill and Bar, which is located in Camana Bay. And we're looking at their business inside out. We're walking through with a fine-tooth comb. And my producer, Susan Watson, takes credit for that. Susan, good morning. Now, while you're here talking to me, Tanya and Paul, you must have a team back at the restaurant working, getting things ready for lunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Paul is looking at his watch.
Well, they better be there.
They better be there, right? Let's talk about the importance of teamwork. And you did allude earlier about offering excellent customer service. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, that I think differentiates one business, any type of business, from another type of business is if the team are happy. And the training is in place and the quality of the food is coming out from the kitchen, that they can have confidence in that delivery. Training and teamwork is fundamental. We obviously, like all restaurants, have sections that individuals are allocated on every night. One evening you may be outside, the next evening you could be inside. The training also between, I think, the bar and the servers is really important, the teamwork between those guys, because we could have a very large table, let's say of 12 in, who are all wanting cocktails at the same time. So it's about managing that flow. Another table of 14 who also want cocktails all at the same time. So it's about managing that flow through the bar as well. So teamwork comes from there. Similarly, in order to manage the flow of customers through the restaurant, we have Open Table, which is our online booking where you can reserve. And again, to manage that and to ensure that there's no kind of massive rush at any one time through the kitchen, because there's nothing worse than waiting for your food when you're hungry.
Especially if you're hungry.
Yeah, especially if you're hungry. So that is managed, again, through the teamwork of our systems that we have in place and ensuring that the kitchen is managed efficiently. So we only have a certain number of people that will ever be able to make a reservation every 15 minutes. So 25 guests every 15 minutes are able to reserve. And we deliberately allow that space. And that's for the kitchen, but it's also to ensure that our customers have a really enjoyable time and are not sat there waiting for their food to come out. So there's teamwork at every level. Teamwork from a systems point of view, teamwork inside the restaurant between the servers and the kitchen, and also between the servers and the bar.
And you and Paul, I'm pretty sure you enjoy overseeing the entire operation on a daily basis.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, we're definitely involved in that with
all the time.
10 hours a day sometimes.
Immersed.
But that's just going back to teamwork. A team is only ever going to work well if it's a happy team.
Correct.
And we spend a lot of time not just talking about the logistics of running restaurants, but also mentoring and developing individuals as well, to make sure that they feel part of the union family, because, if they feel isolated or they feel left out or they feel that somebody's, disrespecting them, then you're never going to be a happy worker. So we want everybody to feel like, we're just a big family. And like all families, you have to deal with crisis, and somebody's unhappy one day and the next day everybody's happy. And then, it's ups and downs of daily life, really.
And you have your staff is Caymanian, 100% Caymanian, you said, right? Is that
No. Okay. We have a real mix. We have a mix.
Good mix. Okay.
Yeah, in fact, we have a brilliant international mix. We have 13 different nationalities.
Wow.
That work in our restaurant.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's very typical of the hospitality business.
Yes. Especially in Cayman. Yeah. A diverse.
It's diverse for a diverse tourist product as well.
And people that live on island.
That's right.
So.
So do you say you have someone out of school for summer and they want to do a bit of interning? Do you allow that?
We would welcome that. If anyone wants that, please do contact us. We would really welcome that. We've had a couple of inquiries already, which we've taken one on for the summer. But please do contact us, because we would welcome that opportunity. We're also really keen to open up our kitchen to young Caymanians too. So, say, for example, on a Monday afternoon, this is something we need to talk about a little bit more, but where there is a passion for food, we want to embrace that at every level. So if we could open up the kitchen and talk to the relevant parties, where we can encourage people to come in for an accredited course that is a recognised course, we're very willing to open our kitchen to enable that to happen. And
that would be amazing.
We talked long and hard about that when we first launched. But that's something that obviously needs to be bedded in, and needs to, and we needed to establish ourselves as a business first.
Yeah, because you don't want to tire Paul out.
Exactly.
Too fast. Yeah. Otherwise, he'll want to retire on 7 Mile Beach.
No chance of that.
No chance of that, right?
I've got another 10 years before I'm a lounge lizard.
It's 6 minutes until 9 o'clock until we bring you the headline news. But we're speaking with Paul and Tanya of Union Grill and Bar. Now, what dish would you recommend? That one dish would you recommend to someone who is visiting Union Grill for the first time?
One dish out of 35
dishes. There's got to be a favorite one that you'll recommend. Highly recommendable.
Well, I know that Tanya would probably recommend that mushroom pate.
And I would do the snapper, actually. Our snapper main course, I would definitely
so Tanya's suggesting the pate followed by some grilled snapper, and it's finished with some little baby potatoes and some very small veggies in a sort of creamy pesto sauce.
Are you talking to me directly here?
Well, possibly, yes.
What would be yours?
I'm a bit late. I'm a big fish fan. Despite being a grill restaurant, we can grill fish on a grill. So we have this thing called Ocean Platter, and it's got lots of different fish, seafood. So it's got mussels, clams, lobster, mahi, shrimp,
squid,
and calamari.
Okay.
And it's all put on the grill. Some of it's smoked, some of it's cooked in a lovely white wine and cream butter, for example, the mushrooms and the sauce. And it all goes on this beautiful plate that's actually in the shape of a big fish. Ceramic plate that is the fish. And then it's just a bounty of the ocean.
Seafood.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I think also, just to say, the fish we smoke ourselves. We have our own smoker, which is really important, and it gives depth of flavour.
Smoked salmon, maybe?
We don't smoke our salmon. We cure our own salmon.
Cure salmon.
So
in
we cure it
Negroni.
in a Negroni cocktail, which is the gin, the Campari, and the vermouth. So that's cured for a few days, and we.
You're
serve
not a
that
regular
Thursday.
grill and bar. You're a restaurant. You're just.
Oh yes, it's a different level.
Fine dining.
Fine dining, but in a casual way. Yeah.
Okay.
No pretensions.
So I don't have to come dressed up, do I?
Not at all.
We'd
no.
love you to come dressed.
You can come in your pajamas.
Really nice.
You can come in your pajamas if you like.
I was just
We're
kidding
quite
with
happy.
that.
with that.
Okay. No. Do persons need to make reservation to dine at Union Grill and Bar, or how about walk-ins and stuff like that?
Walk-ins, yeah, totally possible. On busy nights, it's recommended, such as the jazz night or Friday night, and steak night. Definitely worth just calling up, or even on open table. You can book it within 20 seconds. It's booked
through our website
and fully confirmed, or just give us a call. Yeah.
Okay. What's your number? Let's get some numbers.
640-5660.
Okay, and your email?
Union Grill Cayman at outlook.com.
Okay, and you're on Facebook as well, because I saw you guys on Facebook, Instagram, all the social media.
Look out
platforms.
on Instagram, because we've just basically catalogued our entire food product, all the menus
on Instagram.
We just photographed it. We just spent days and days photographing it. So we're going to have some absolute beautiful food shots coming out soon.
Nice,
and that's it. Union Cayman.
Nice.
Yeah, on Instagram. Yeah.
Do you have any dine-in certificates that say I want to buy Susan a Christmas meal?
Oh, Susan would love that.
She would, wouldn't she?
I'm sure.
She's nodding
There's
away
fish in there.
She's nodding.
She's a fish lover too,
Yes, we have dining vouchers.
Okay.
So
and we also take Commander Bay gift vouchers.
There's a
as well.
Commander Bay gift card as well.
Right.
So there's lots of ways to gift this Christmas. Yeah.
Okay, and there's the Queen's Jubilee coming up. You can gift for that as well.
Absolutely.
Are you going to have a special for that occasion?
Yeah, we will probably go back to something that we did right from outset, because actually giving back as a restaurant is actually quite important for us. We supported the Breast Cancer Foundation when we first opened and raised quite a lot of money for them, and we did a high tea, an afternoon tea, so we'll probably look to replicate that. At Christmas, we had a gifting tree for the Francis Bodden Children's Home, which was really important, and then latterly we've even looked after our little doggy friends, and we supported the charity One Dog at a Time with a breakfast. So yeah,
very nice. Now, before I let you both go, what would you like to leave with our listeners and the YouTube viewers this morning?
What would we like to leave? Empty plates.
That's a good thing.
We'll provide some delicious food, some great wines, and some obviously killer cocktails. But the idea is you come in, you have fun, and you go home full and replete and happy, and that's it, really. Yeah, that's all we can do in this life.
I think that's the Union brand, really.
Yeah.
Union is the union of great food, great wine, and great laughter.
Yeah, lots of great memories.
Great memories. That's important for me as well. Tanya and Paul, thank you so much. Good luck with Union Grill and Bar.
Thank you
very
so
much for having us.
And we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're looking forward to hearing more good things about the restaurant. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies. Thanks to our producer, Miss Susan Watson. Thank you, Susan. And to all our listeners and YouTube viewers, we want to say thank you. We want to thank The Matrix, Ken Moore, the owner, and Ken Forbes, who is the customer service manager over at The Matrix. Thank you for that virtual reality setup this morning. That was awesome. And we want to leave you with thoughts of a wonderful day today until Thursday, May 12th, when we'll bring you another Business Buzz. Please stay safe. Have a wonderful day. From me, your host, Anita Khan.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. And Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored.
Satisfaction is guaranteed 24 hours a day, whether it's music or information.
Grand Cayman to Cayman Brac to Little Cayman. We've got you covered.
You ever hear a thing like that?
Radio